the network, the Sotheby's International Realty brand is so key for developments because oftentimes I will say, just generally speaking, developments are like the cutting edge of what that market is offering. It's usually something that's new to the market, right? So maybe condos in a place that didn't have condos or a specific type of concierge building in a place that might not have seen that before. And that's something that isn't going to only draw buyers like from that immediate market. Obviously, you're looking for buyers across, probably multiple major cities or across the nation or even international buyers, or it depends on obviously what the offering is and where it's being
That's a
offered.
key
But
part of our strategy as far as targeting too. So when we move forward in the timeline of what we offer as developments, the last piece of that is really kind of the advertising, the marketing. What are we kind of putting out there on a consumer front? And that's all guided by analytics.
hey, Alex and Amelia,
Hi, Nicole.
Oh,
how are you? You guys always get me at the worst times to record these, but also the best. So we're just gonna go with it. I'm really thrilled to have you both on here today. I don't think I've ever had either of you on here, so this is a big moment. Alex, I've had.
Me,
Amelia,
it's my
I
first
haven't.
time.
Yeah.
So thrilled to
So,
be
I mean,
here.
still not together, but either way, I'm very excited to have you both. I feel like you guys are so busy. It's hard to get you like pulled out from behind the scenes. And it's so important to get you out there in front of the group because of all that you do and all that we have to offer. And so Alex and Amelia are here from our marketing team. And I would love if you guys could both introduce yourselves. Alex, if you want to go first, our director of marketing.
yeah. Hi, I'm Alex Malagodi, and I've been with Gibson Sotheby's International Realty for 7 years. As the director of marketing, I oversee the day-to-day operations of our marketing team, spearhead company-wide marketing initiatives alongside our CMO and director of communications, and manage marketing efforts for new development projects.
Awesome. Thanks, Alex. And Amelia, our director of strategic partnerships.
Yeah, hi, I'm Amelia Egan, Director of Strategic Marketing and Partnerships. It's a mouthful. I work closely with Alex and our broader marketing and leadership team, and my focus is really supporting our new developments division, along with agent growth and engagement, as well as our digital footprint and strategy. So really excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. So today we're going to focus and really dig into the new development marketing that we have because I know you guys have worked really hard to launch sort of a new program for that this year. And I'd love to start with Alex. Just with all the years you've been with the firm, what sets us apart, right? What are we doing differently? What does this look like? Well, obviously we can walk through what it looks like in depth, but I think that's really the main question everyone will have.
Yeah, we have a few key differentiators that really set us apart from others in the marketplace. To start, our team itself is a major differentiator. When you partner with us to market a development, you're gaining access to really an entire ecosystem of expertise. So that includes our talented design team, in-house PR, and the benefit of our established media and third-party vendor relationships that we've curated over the years. Many firms really don't offer this full suite approach with the team backing them. We also have our company's strong local footprint, and then that combined with the reach of the Sotheby's International Realty Network, that's going to provide a distinct advantage in the sense that our agents have the opportunity to share the projects that they represent, not only with the agent network across Eastern Massachusetts through our company, but also through our affiliate companies in New England, New Jersey, New York, Florida, San Francisco, all over, just to name a few, those key markets that are really driving and investing in our area. And then just finally, you have Amelia and I that lead the project and really manage it and work with you throughout the entirety of that life cycle. So you have us working hand in hand with developers to shape the project's success. So that's establishing brand identity, overseeing all creative direction, managing budgets and media plans, and that's again throughout the entire life cycle of the development.
I love it. And, it's a lot of work. Obviously, you guys know better than anyone else, but the long-term partnership is fun. It's exciting. It's a team, and you two are sort of driving that, which I love behind the scenes.
Alex covered a lot right there. We do have a full service offering, but when you think of the Boston market, downtown as well as greater Boston on the Cape, you think of the competitors that really focus in on developments. And to look at the team supporting a project, usually you see the agent and the team, and that's it. And for us, when we come in, we're really offering a 10-person team behind the team, if you will. And that's just it's a clear differentiator when going up against any of the competition in our marketplace. Particularly when you're thinking about that in-house agency approach for creative. A lot of the times, particularly for larger developments, you're looking for an agency to drive the marketing, the advertising. But if our team really is able to provide that support, it really streamlines the process from beginning to end.
Yes, so true. I love
Yeah.
that, Amelia. And you have come to us through acquisition. So you've seen this in another, like in other companies and things like that. I mean, how do you see us continuing to grow in this space, and how do agents continue to grow in this space?
For me, I see a real opportunity in just strengthening our presence in developments within the market, and really become top of mind for developers. We've created a brand for our white glove service, our international global reach for that buyer, the seller, the renter. And then now it's time to kind of let everyone know that we really do have an offering for developments and projects. And that really starts with our agents, and that's where the communication is going to begin here. They're the ones in the field. They're the ones building the relationships with developers, with other partners in the arena, if you will. So that communication is going to funnel down, and we're really, really excited. We have a lot of active projects, and we have a lot of pending projects in the pipeline as well.
Yeah, we're almost like the best kept secret at this point, which isn't a
Yeah, I
great
was going to
thing,
say
but
that. I did.
yeah,
Exactly.
like what we have to offer, and even for our agents. I mean, I wanted to do this so that people could hear this and know we do
Yeah.
have a really robust offering.
Yeah.
So with that, I'd love if you could walk us through just a high level of what is this offering, what is this program that we've launched this year. Obviously, we're not going to give everything away, but if one of you can just walk me through that outline, that would be great.
And, I really look at developments as another revenue stream for our agents to tap into. We have various programs, experts, teams in place so that our agents can think beyond just that one seller, the one buyer, the one renter, but really think of business development on a larger scale. So how, nowadays anyone can be a developer. Particularly, we're seeing that around here, maybe not the Miamis of the world, but it usually is very organic and starts small. They buy a 3-family and then they grow up and maybe buy 5 units, and again, starting small. But each of these is an opportunity to think about your sphere in a different way and how to rethink engagement. Because again, it's think beyond that one transaction and how you can build a business and a partnership into development space, perhaps. So that's kind of my perspective as far as how agents can really think about their business in a different way and tap into these cool campaigns that we have.
I love that. And the other thing is that I mean, Alex touched on this, but the network, the Sotheby's International Realty brand is so key for developments because oftentimes I will say, just generally speaking, developments are like the cutting edge of what that market is offering. It's usually something that's new to the market, right? So maybe condos in a place that didn't have condos, or a specific type of concierge building in a place that might not have seen that before. And that's something that isn't going to only draw buyers like from that immediate market. Obviously, you're looking for buyers across, probably multiple major cities or across the nation, or even international buyers, or it depends on obviously what the offering is and where it's being
That's a
offered.
key
But
part of our strategy as far as targeting too. So when we move forward in the timeline of what we offer as developments, the last piece of that is really kind of the advertising, the marketing. What are we kind of putting out there on a consumer front? And that's all guided by analytics. So again, we start at the beginning as a base and create a baseline and a benchmark, and we'll put a plan in place. But then within that month, 2 to 3 weeks, we're looking at the results and seeing where are people coming from? What age groups are we looking at? What is the demographic? And then how can we really switch the strategy and the targeting to, go along with the development and what's working. So that's a big piece. And you talked about the Sotheby's Realty Network. We're seeing people coming in from within the United States, around the world. So when we're looking at developments and targeting, how can we kind of shift the idea and the advertising dollars to maybe tap into those markets that are already feeder markets for us?
right, I sat with the both of you in a development in New Hampshire, and it was so interesting, like that you could both point to. It was just like, the meeting for the beginning of the year, and we have a lot of buyers, like we've actually had a few buyers come from Texas, and like here's what the traffic's coming from. And I just think it's so incredible what you're doing and how you're doing it. So I guess what I'd love to hear, Alex, if you could, is just take us through the high level outline of what we've launched now most recently for our offerings for new developments.
Yeah, I mean, from the beginning, we're available to support agents from the initial pitch. Some of them come to us and they maybe have a prior relationship with the developer, the client. Maybe they don't. Maybe it was just a cold connection that somebody else had kind of handed over to them. Whatever they need, we're able to help them. So sometimes it's just preparing a presentation for them. Sometimes it's joining them on a meeting to speak to everything we offer. And then from there, we really sit down to kind of understand what the goals are, what the needs are, what they already have, and working with them to kind of create that story for the project, whether that's through brand identity, messaging, all of the creative design, the collateral that they need. And then we really sit down and we map out a budget. So how long do we think this project will go from start to finish, the first sale to the last sale? What is that marketing budget and how are we going to spend it? And then really just kind of keeping an eye on it, like Amelia was saying earlier, via the analytics and making sure that the marketing that we are pushing out is capturing the right audience and kind of adjusting as we go.
Thank you, Alex. And if anyone that's listening to this is a part of Gibson Sotheby's International Realty, obviously, please reach out directly to us to get more of the full scope of that. But that's a really great high level overview, and we're not going to dive, and we'd be on here hours diving into every little piece of it. But I'm excited to make sure more people know about it, obviously. Can you guys talk me through just a couple of the developments we're representing currently?
Yeah, I'm happy to share a couple. To start, we have Maison Commonwealth in Back Bay, which is a collection of 5 ultra luxury residences that are nearing completion. Prices for that project range from 9 to 19 million. And then we also have, which Nicole, you kind of touched on this earlier, we have a beautiful development of 48 townhomes in southern New Hampshire called White Isle Estates, with units currently available on the market. And prices for that project start in the 600s.
Awesome. And the first is represented by Beth Dickerson, correct? And the
Correct.
second by Kenny Leva and his team.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add, we also are launching 21 units. It's a waterfront luxury property in Hull this month, and have both 12 unit and 25 unit projects in Newton coming up later this year. And those are both represented by Armand and Enrique from the Brookline office, Armand Mavai and Enrique Derer. And so we're really excited about those 3 additional projects. And then we have a lot in the pipeline as well. So we've been participating in a lot of brainstorms, pitch meetings, developments of decks. So we really have created a pipeline of new opportunities as well. So we're really excited about that.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for this. I feel like it's something that more people need to think about. It's something that I think people don't realize we have such a great process behind, and it's turnkey. If they get an opportunity, we are here to support. And I would love to hear just from both of you if there's anything specific you're looking forward to in 2025, personal or professional.
Personally, in the development kind of world, I'm really kind of excited to see how technology and AI shape up, and how we can use that to streamline and be more efficient in these projects and decision making in the new year, in this year.
That's so true, because I honestly feel like that's what I'm most impressed by in these meetings with you guys is already what you can tap into and tell people they should be doing. And you're just so specific. So I can only imagine that will enhance it.
And for me, it's really about deepening my relationships with agents. This is my 2nd year in. I can't believe the first year went by so fast.
I know.
And a big part of my role is really kind of creating the high touch support and helping our agents be able to differentiate themselves, particularly in this really cluttered market space up here in Greater Boston and on the Cape, and downtown. So I'm really excited to kind of get to know the agents more and the teams that we have, and show them what we have to offer, all the way from marketing to our special programs, and then all the way down to our new development capabilities. So again, helping them think about business development and growth in a little bit of a different way. So I'm really excited about that.
Awesome. I love it. And I'm so excited for your new role. We might even do a whole intro podcast on that with
That
everything
sounds
out
great.
there. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. I know you honestly are some of the busiest people, so I'm glad that you were able to jump on here and walk me through this. And if anyone's listening to this within the Sotheby's International Realty brand or anyone in our market, we're always open to talking, and happy to share ideas. So feel free to reach out to me, and I can definitely put you in touch with Alex and Amelia.